come to make some easy cash at this little backwoods town and being some cocky without a thought of ever bucking down. There was one horse my old friend informed me could just give us some concern. He was rank and his name just might be Ben was all that he could learn. Well, sure enough, when the draw was posted, there was Ben's name right next to mine. Seems I topped the herd at this pumpkin roller. To me, that sat just fine. Now, I usually weren't a man to drink and ride. That never seemed to pay, but somehow those backwoods boys had a way of making no thanks hard to say. And so it was, with half a quart of whiskey neath my belt, I stalked the chute to screw my rig down on Ben's dusty pelt. Well, he stood real quiet as I halted him and measured out my rein. When the saddle and the flank arrived, he acted much the same. He gave a little flinch as I pulled my cinch, but it was hardly worth a mention. It was right about then, I guess, I should have started paying more attention. See, I'd been around long enough to know to give those quiet kind their due. But ain't it funny how the whiskey will sometimes talk to you? Right then it was telling me I could ride anything with hair. So I just hopped aboard and bobbed my head. Oh, she was all downhill from there. You see, there was this spruce rail crossbar with a number nailed to it, high above the chute. On the first jump, it took my hat off, and a little high to boot. I lost my swells, and as the daylight grew between me and the seat, I must confess I was concerned. Just then, he kicked and set my feet. Well, judging by that first jump, old Ben was doing his part, and hey, I was back in shape and off to what I thought a decent start. Now the second jump was stouter yet, and it was then it first occurred to me. I just might be overmounted. Then came jump number 3. Well, now there weren't much doubt about it, because as I looked down in front of me, I noticed that his ass was where his head was supposed to be. Well, it was clear the ride was over. It was time to pull the pin, but you know, it really kind of bothered me just how quick I'd been done in. As I picked myself up off the ground, it was clear for all to see. I'd been bested, fair and square. But then, an idea came to me. Perhaps these rubes they had for judges weren't too familiar with the rules. Maybe I could con me a reride from the fools. I walked right up to the nearest one and I said, "Say, I was fouled by that there horse and I demand a reride." On a different bronc, of course. Well, I suppose it should have tipped me off when his face took on that grin and he said, "Why, sure, son, go get your rig while we run another in." Now, back behind the chute, my old friend and me were doing our best to hide our laughter at how I'd conned my way around that horse I couldn't ride. Just then, a local twister come up to jaw with us. The talk soon centered on that horse who'd just put me in the dust. We both said, and quite sincerely, "That famous horse called Ben sure ain't no fake." The cowboy looked confused and said, "There must be some mistake. The horse with the reputation is not the colt called Ben. It's his much ranker older brother, and he's in the reride pen." True story.